Hi there, everybody. All right, welcome to another episode of Business Makeover. This is where a channel that help you make more money, save you some money, or even improve your life in some ways. So today we're gonna have a very special topic. I don't know whether some of you will consider yourself or you know yourself is an introvert. So being an introvert can be challenging at times because they often prefer quiet and alone time. So some introverts seems to be cold or considered as antisocial and as compared to their counterpart which is an extrovert in nature. But being an introvert doesn't mean that people like this are not friendly, all right, or not warm. It's just like introvert having some challenge to interact with other people. So in today's show, we have a special guest. You can see next to me, Leik, who is a communication expert. So Miss Joey Jia, and she's going to share with you some method and technique how you can start a conversation with strangers, engage with people, and be likable. All right, so let's welcome Joey. Joey.
Okay, thank you so much, Leik for inviting me. I feel it's such a pleasure to be here with all of you guys here today. Yes, one of the things I believe in communication is to have effective communication with your clients, your customer, and everyone around you. And Warren Buffett, one of the richest billionaire in the world, also mentioned that if you can improve this skill, you can improve your network by 50%. So that's how important it is to have good communication. So since today, Leik have mentioned about introvert, can I know, do you think and self-reflect whether you're introvert, extrovert, or ambivert? So introvert is a person who likes and prefer to be by themselves or one or two person in a small group. Extrovert is someone who wants to be with around people, very sociable, very outgoing. Where else I'm an ambivert. Ambivert is someone who can change between introvert, extrovert according to the situation, according to the environment as well. So yeah, so I'm just sharing with them that I'm an ambivert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I also an ambivert. It depends on situation. Sometimes I don't like to talk to people also.
Yeah, sometimes want to be alone as well. Yeah.
All right. So okay. Talking about communication. But before that, can you share with us a little bit about yourself?
Myself. Okay. So for me, I'm actually the founder for Speak So Easy. Speak So Easy is actually a communication training provider whereby we teach people how to speak eloquently and empowering. And my mission is to empower business-driven people, but especially women, to turn their passion into profit.
Excellent.
Thank you. And on my free time, I actually also help run a women ministry with my teammates around the world. Amazing women who actually spare their time to help people around the women. And basically, we counsel the women, we encourage the women, we empower the women. And in this group of ministry around the world, we have about 220,000 and coming in more and more because with the current crisis and COVID, a lot of people are going through mental issue. Right.
All right. So talking about communication, we understand that communication there's three forms of communication. All right. So we either communicate using words, we communicate through voice, and also body language is another communication method.
Yeah.
So can you share with us about this communication ratio?
Okay. So there's actually two types of communication I want to emphasize first. Do you know what is the type of communication?
No, I don't know. You share.
Okay. There's two types. One is verbal and one is non-verbal. So there's also three parts of communication. One is the spoken words, which covers 7% of how we communicate. 38% is your tone of voice, and 55% is your body language. So meaning your body language will be your facial expression, your gesture from your hand, and of course your movement as well.
All right. So we have 7% of words. So words is only 7% out of the total communication, the important side.
Yes.
Can I consider that?
Yes.
All right. So voice is 38, and body language is basically more than half. It's 55%. So if I want to communicate with any person, so basically when people will look at my body language and tell that whether I am friendly lah and am I sincere lah or not, right?
Yes,
right?
yes.
So words also tell that whether I'm, even though I use friendly words lah, it doesn't mean that I for my body language it doesn't mean that I'm a friendly person, right?
Yes, I agree. Actually, it has been according to the statistic and the research. They even say that it's not about your content; it's about your delivery. So someone might have a very good script or a very good slide deck, but maybe a person like an expert or a professor, you know, who have experienced many years giving lectures and presentation, they can do better than, for example, a student who suddenly have to go up and give a presentation. So it's mostly about the delivery. So going back, the delivery will cover mostly your tone, your body language, and the words is just 7%. But I feel 7% is a bit underrated, because can you imagine someone prepare like few days or few months and then they have to present and it only covers 7%. So I feel it's very underrated.
I think it depends on the media that you communicate. Like if we put this in a face-to-face communication, definitely body language is far more powerful. But if we let's say you are doing this on your website, you're writing an email, that is 100% words already.
Yes, agree.
Alright, so let's come back to the topic of introvert. That and we try to talk this topic is if let's say if you are introvert, and many times that of course right now it's not feasible to attend any networking events lah. But assume you are attending whether it's a face-to-face or right now we have a lot of virtual events. Right, so you go on Zoom, you go online, and you meet people. But sometimes introvert is like, if I'm introvert, I don't feel comfortable talking to strangers particularly. All right, so if I'm an introvert and assuming that I'm attending an event and I go to that event, but I don't know many people.
Yes.
All right, so I am nervous. I'm not sure whether even I want to go. Alright, but for no choice, for whatever reason, I will have to attend that networking event just to somehow meet people and improve my business, for example. Alright, so what would you suggest I would get myself prepared first?
So if let's say Robert Kiyosaki is there, will you go?
It depends also. Will Robert Kiyosaki help me? Also, I'm not sure.
Okay, good. Just joking. Okay. So I have this verse, my favorite verse, as a man think in his heart, so he is. So whatever your mind believes about who you are, this is who you will portray. So like just now we were talking about, we are both ambivert, so we can be introvert and extrovert at different situations. So wherever we are in a networking event, I think we should put on the extrovert thinking hat lah. So I believe it's preparation of the mindset. So in this world, we have two types of people as well. One is a fixed mindset, one is a growth mindset. Do you know about this one?
No. But I see Zhang Ho on the line. Zhang Ho, can you help us share out this video? Support us,
Yes.
Ho. Thank you, Ho.
Because Ho got very big social network.
Alright, so you're talking about what? Fixed mindset and growth mindset. No, I'm not sure about it. Can you share?
Basically for a fixed mindset is someone who already have the conviction of their set amount of intelligence and talent, and also a fixed personality. They want to fix their personality as it is already lah. Like you will hear a lot of like parents, when you ask them to try out new digital things or IT things, they'll tell you, so this is considered a fixed mindset, especially for a traditional mindset, business people. How about growth mindset? Growth mindset is believe you can cultivate your qualities, your personality with effort and practice. Like I believe in communication, right? The more you practice, the more you try to improve. You go for classes, you go for vocal lessons, you can have actually better communication and you can network back with people better as well.
So for example, the first thing I need to do before I go to any event is I need to get my mind correct.
Yeah.
Alright, ready, I get my mind correct. So meaning that I will have a clear objective. Attending an event, I know what do I want to achieve from that event. Of course, when people go networking, you don't go networking for fun. You go there with a purpose, right? So it's really important that if you attend any event, you have to go there with a clear mindset. What do you want to achieve from that event that you are attending?
Yeah.
All right. So after that, So after that, I get myself prepared. Then I drive all the way to the event, or I log on to Zoom on the virtual event. All right. Then, for example, before I enter the event room, or when I enter the event room, then because I don't know the people there, all right. So how do I go ahead and begin a conversation with someone that I never met before?
Okay, I think it's all about mindset. So before even you go for the networking event, right, I think we have to prepare our mindset to know that we have the objective, what Leik said, we have the objective to go there, to learn from the other people, to give value and to impact other people. And I believe each and every one of us have our skill set as business owners, business asset or salesperson. We all have our values to give out. So preparation of mindset. And I think the second thing is also a self-affirmation. So when you go there, open your mind, open your heart, open your eyes, when you enter the room. Let's say here, okay, we are at Gurney area. Let's say we have a G Hotel networking event. When you're going in the seminar room, right, and you're going to the entrance, first of all, you open your eyes. You want to see and study your surroundings. You want to know, okay, where's the toilet? Where's the buffet line? Where is the people, the host? Where's the host? Because you want to acknowledge the host for inviting you first, right? So these are the kind of things that the basic we can do before we even enter the seminar room.
To me, I will particularly look at where's the food. I want to stay near to the food.
Stay near to the food,
Yeah. That's my primary objective attending an event. Okay, so talking about starting a conversation with other people, So talking about body language, we have a few things that we do. For example, I think eye contact is very important when you communicate with people. Talking about handshake, shake hand with people. Of course, right now it's not encouraged to do so, but I can share with you. I have attended many events. One of the things that I don't like when I interact with other people is when you shake hand with people. You find that certain people don't really shake hand. They just hold your tips like that, just like that only.
Okay.
So with something that I don't like, you can't shake properly or something like that. So what's your thought of this, or eye contact and handshaking?
I think maybe for you because you are men, women, I think everyone want to shake the women hand.
That's possibly true also.
Joking aside, I think for now the COVID situation is better to keep a distance. But when I'm teaching my students in the class, right, when we are learning about public speaking and their face is, they're wearing a mask, so we can't see even the face, the smiling. So first of all, I think we should make eye contact. When you meet a person, to acknowledge their presence, you want to make the eye contact. So second thing is you want to smile. So going back to when you're teaching, like me as a coach, when I teach them, I can't see their face. So actually right now you can see my eyes, am I smiling or not? So you can just see the person smiling generally or not. Because when they smile, right, their eyebrows will arch, okay? And the side of their eyes will crinkle. So this is a genuine smile. So from your body language also, is the person's energy high or low? When you come into the room, do people engage with your conversation? Or I know Leik said you want to go to the buffet area. So
I want to makan.
Yeah, you want to makan. So are you standing there at the buffet area, just not moving and looking down? Or are you looking up, your chin up, your posture is nice, and you're inviting people, because it's your energy that people can sense, and people want to be approaching you. So have a positive approach to people, and also open up your body language, positive body language, and let them approach you as well.
Okay, this is okay. So let's say I'm doing all these things I'm doing all these things that I'm in the buffet line, that I'm looking at the person behind me or in front of me. So I very paiseh right now. So I want to start a conversation. So how do I start? Say hi, Lang Loi, like that.
Not a bit scared that one. I think.
So what do you suggest I do?
I think for an introvert, maybe one of the few things before you even go for the events, if this is a big event, like if Robert Kiyosaki is going to be there, I'm going to prepare some points. So you can prepare some points relating to the current issues. Like today, I believe is the US election. So these are the current topics you can prepare, can talk about the current issues, or if you know what's a networking event about, you can ask about the networking event. what are they doing? How is this event? What do you think about the event? What do you think about the seminar? Or the easiest one, ask the people that you meet about themselves, because I think everyone likes to talk about themselves, right?
Talking about this, how do we do a good self introduction?
Oh, yeah, that's a very good one.
So how do we start a good introduction?
Okay, for those who stay back until the end, I think our session is about 45 minutes to an hour. At the end of the day, I will also be giving a free lucky consultation for one winner, and I'll teach them about how to give a good 60 seconds introduction. So I will say that, first of all, it's going back to your tone and your body language. So for that good communication, that good introduction to happen, you have to focus on your tone. It has to be energetic, it has to be clear, and it has to be vibrant, empowering, and of course your communication, you have to have a positive body language. Again, your eyes are smiling because you're wearing the mask, right? Your body language is confident posture, straight, chin up, and look at the person, make the eye contact. So when you give an introduction, of course you want to tell them about yourself, but let's talk about what you want to help the person instead about yourself first. So for example, maybe I go for the G Hotel networking event, I meet Leik Hong, and I say, hi Leik Hong, I'm Surin.
Hi,
Nice to meet
how are you?
So I'm very good. Then I say, Leik Hong, by the way, my mission is actually to empower business-driven people and help to turn their passion into profit. So this is my mission. So maybe this is a good way of starting up. And then how about yourself? I want to know more about Leik Hong instead of myself.
Okay, good point. But I probably top up a little bit. From this thing this is what I do, and what I learned from some expert also. He said that if you want to craft a good self introduction, basically you want to divide them into four categories. Four steps that you want to do. So for example, if you want to start a conversation with a problem, especially if you are going to network and you are looking for business networking. Okay, so for example, if let's say I am a photographer and I want to look for business to people engage me to take photographs. So the fourth step is like step number one. You always start the conversation with a problem that the prospect might have. People might have a problem that people might have. That's step number one. Alright, so when you mention this, and on the second step is you provide your solution to that problem. Alright, so you raise a problem and people might have this problem. Alright, they listen to it, I might have this problem. Then on the second step, you provide with your solution, which is your product and services, to solve that problem. Alright, and number three, the third step is show how success look like should someone use your solution. Alright, and lastly, a simple call to action. So for example, if I am a photographer and my expertise is taking family photo, for example. Alright, so I will start off the question like, do you know that many families, these days, do not really have a good memorable family photo, despite we have cameras on our phone. So this is a problem that a lot of family might have, because even though we are so convenient to access to our phone and camera and whatnot, but people may not have a proper family photo. So when you raise this up and the person who are listening will say, I long time I never take photo with my family. Something trigger in their mind. Then you introduce yourself is, I am Leik Hong, I'm a photographer that captures smile for everyone in your family. So I tell you that I have a product that help you solve the family photo problem. Alright, and turning all of them into beautiful photo that you can show to your children and grandchildren. This is how success look like. If you take photo with me, beautiful photo, you can keep the photo and you can show it to your second generation, third generation, or whatever generation. Alright, so will you be interested to have your memory captured with your family? And this is a simple call to action. So if you start a conversation in such a way, 1, 2, 3, 4, very likely you're able to trigger someone's interest. Alright, so this is something that I would suggest you can consider doing this. Alright, so moving forward. Okay, so I have started the conversation and whatnot. Okay, so when talk like that, how do I engage in people with a more quality conversation? Because conversation you want to have quality, not just like a hi bye.
Yes. Of course, just now we are talking about how to give quality conversations, and I like the fact that you mentioned, how you brought up a problem and then you wanted to give us subliminally give the solution through the conversation, and then going back to the point of your business solution. Definitely that's the whole purpose of networking, right? So how do we give quality? By giving value, like what Leik is saying, sharing about what your business can offer, but also at the same time, I believe also what personally you can offer to help them in their business as well. So of course, after you have shared about your business value, you also want to help the person that you meet, the strangers that you meet, what value you can offer to them. Can you tell me about yourself? So after Leik shared, and maybe I have some friends who I can recommend, some photographer, some friends who want to take some photography. So I can share with you, Leik, I have some friends that I can recommend.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, in fact, my friend is getting married next year. So I can give value, I can give some referrals, or I said maybe I can be honest and say that Leik, actually temporarily I don't have any friends, but why don't we exchange LinkedIn and or WhatsApp number, and when I have my friends who's interested, I think she's getting married next year, I can maybe WhatsApp you about it.
Okay.
Can you send me your portfolio and your profile?
This is where you exchange name card in a way.
Yeah.
But these days people don't exchange name card, either they exchange Facebook or they exchange LinkedIn profile or WeChat profile or whatever. Okay. So so when we are talking to each other, how can we tell if someone is interested in that conversation?
Yes. Going back to that, right? I want to start off a very important thing is, I think when they are very interested is you have to ask them questions. So of course, at the end of the day, networking is about finding out who you can serve, who you can ask for help, and how you can continue the conversation. Like I said, it's about going there to give value. So I think going back to our topic about as an introvert, right? Instead of focusing about ourselves, we also can ask like, what can they benefit from that? So how do we know they're interested? By the body language, as mentioned.
So how do we see the body language?
How they see the body language? Okay, so the body language, of course, the person will be facing you, and then they can see whether the person are they still making eye contact, or whether they are closing, or are they looking at their watch. This is all not an open body language communication. So you can see by their tone and by their body language. Are they agitated? Is their feet moving to the other direction? So this is all basic body language that we can.
They want to chow already. The feet show outside.
Feeling, or they look at the clock. Sorry, Hokkien is called the
time's up.
Time's up for you. So that's why Leik was saying he want to share the 4 points to share about his business and make a quality connection. So these are the few examples that you can know whether a person is interested or not interested. And another way is, of course, just to ask, like you say, ask the person, is this relevant for you? Is this photography tips relevant for you? And you can wait for the person to answer. If not, then say, maybe we can still exchange contact. If there's other things that I can help you with, let me know. So of course, who doesn't want help? Who doesn't want referrals, right? So in future, if you have any referrals, I can give it to you. Let's exchange contact then.
Alright, so let's come to the last question. Okay, so that will be, of course, when we talk to another person, we are concerned about whether the other person is interested in what we are sharing. Alright, but there will be, in some cases, is the other way around. Alright, the other person is keep on talking. Alright, and somehow you are not very interested already, and you want to you want to leave the conversation. So how can we do this politely and don't hurt people's feelings?
Want to tell and want to hurt people's feeling lah. For me, my personal, because I'm ambivert and also I'm more of a more dominant or extrovert. I think for me, I won't feel I want to tell lah. But I can understand there are some people like my sister. She's more of an introvert. So they will not be very comfortable. So going back to the question, how if you want to tell, I think prepare a exit statement for everyone you meet. Like I have experienced before, I went for a networking event and suddenly I saw someone that I really want to connect with and speak to during this networking event. So how do I excuse myself from the person who I'm talking to, but I'm still interested in the person lah. But I have to go and I want to talk to the other person. So there's a few ways you can say, I have 5 more minutes, but I would love to exchange my contact with you. So in future, if I have any referrals, I can give it to you. Or if you are still interested in the conversation, say, hey, I'd love to hear more about what you have to share. Let's exchange contact and let's meet up for a drink next week. Yeah. Or the other way, you can just be honest. I have to go. Let's exchange LinkedIn, and then we can see from the profile we can see whether the person is in the same industry as you. Are they able to collaborate or have a profitable, fruitful business with you, and then from there, just surface, exchange the LinkedIn. If you and then you can go.
I think a simple way, what she suggests is basically if you want to chow politely, you just properly use exchanging name card or LinkedIn or Facebook as a reason for you to stop the conversation and bye bye and move on. But this is really valuable tips and techniques. Of course when things get better, I think all the networking will be coming back. People are work from home too long already. We get a little bit bored. We like to get out there and meet out with people. But even though you are doing this on Zoom, let's say for example on Zoom, I think what I learned for the past couple of months, if you're entering a Zoom meeting, I think it's really important that you respect the host by at least turning on your camera.
Yeah, agree.
All right. Do you have experience that when you are talking in a Zoom group, and like everybody is hiding behind their camera, no one is on their camera, or 1-2 person on their camera, and you just are talking to thin air. You have no idea whether is there anybody listening or anybody paying attention when you ask question. It's like no response. All right, or this kind of thing is common. I think one of the thing is don't turn on your camera, and if anyone asks question, of course you don't want to interrupt the person by turning on your mic, otherwise it'll be too noisy. But at least if you on your camera, you can wave your hand, yes, on the camera, and properly use the chat room to communicate.
Yeah, I want to honestly also to share, let's be real and let's talk here. It's not formal thing. Like, I want to shout out to Chan's brother's daughter. I think his birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Haley.
Hi, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Haley, from Cheche and brother Leik here.
Okay. Uncle here.
Uncle, okay. So, yes, I think that when we go online, even when we go online or, Zoom, it's like you're saying, like, it's like you're saying like hi to someone, so it's very important for you to show face, because you are unable to know whether the person there, how is their facial expression. And going back about communication, body language is about your facial expression. You don't know whether they are actually listening, whether they are there. You can't read their body language, you can't read their facial expression. So it's good for you and a courtesy every time you go on Zoom to actually open your camera, and of course to alert the person that you're there, acknowledge in the camera. Or if you are really busy, you can just type in, say that what you're doing, you are unable to go to the camera now. And also I noticed a lot of people doing this mistake, like is when they go online and then they have a noisy background. Have you experienced that before?
Noisy background, I will mute that person immediately.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes I think it's courtesy for us when we're going into a workshop online and all that to actually mute our background if we are not speaking, unless the host is allowing you and giving you the time to speak time, then maybe you speak, because sometimes I experience the interference and the noisy and you're unable to hear what the speaker is
true,
speaking.
True.
Yeah.
But I think as a host, you have the function to basically mute everybody.
Yes.
And you turn on your own mic and you turn on to the mic of the other person who is going to speak. All right. Otherwise, you just mute. I normally mute my mic unless I am talking lah. I think that is important.
Right. I want to share my bonus one about how.
Okay, go ahead. Whatever last bonus that you have.
Okay. So remember just now Leik was asking me if you go for an event, right? The other day when he asked me this question, I was thinking about it, like how do you be outstanding in the networking event that you don't even have to approach them and make a conversation, and it's easier for you to actually let people approach you and start the topic without them thinking. So when you reach, let's say we have a G Hotel networking event right now, so when you reach the registration counter, usually they give us a name card, right? So you can request for the person registration, the front desk, to help you to write, or if they give you the paper to write, it'll be easier. So you can write here. I prepared already, so you can see here I wrote here. Can they see? Okay, so let's say Zurin, my name is here and I'm from ABC company, and I can put where is my center. So my center is at Queens Bay Mall. Okay, so people will straight away know that I'm from ABC, but I added something extra. I put there Queens Bay, so they will know that, hey, this person, the office is in Queens Bay. Or even if they do not know, they say, hey, why this person got extra line here? I can even put that right now we are at the 17th floor, so I can even put like 17th floor. So people will be wondering, what is this 17th floor? So people are asking, hey, Zurin, so your company, I can see ABC company. Is your location at Queens Bay? How come you have a Queens Bay word? So, or 17th floor, is your company located at the 17th floor? What's there in 17th floor? Like I was asking Leik, what is in your office, So it will give them a conversation to start off and a topic to talk to you before you actually have to think about how do you engage them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is some extra information that you can trigger a conversation and curiosity of another person. I think name card, the card like this will be wonderful.
If you're more brave I was telling Leik you can put here your name, then your company, you can put your favorite food you put favorite food I don't know TGIF TGIF not good now but maybe fish and chip or something. That it will be funny, but it will be interesting. And if you go for a networking event, do you prefer someone who comes up to you and starts speaking serious things, or someone casually?
Or if you are going for speed dating, you put there I'm single and desperate.
Single and desperate, that one different one.
Something for you to ponder.
Yeah.
Alright, so you were saying you are giving away some free consultation, right? So you want to address one more time before we
definitely.
Before we call off?
Okay, I just want to share because today what me and Leik want to do is to give value to the audience, and I would love to engage with one person in this chat room to give a free consultation and to connect with you on a networking basis, and to help you also on how do you improve your communication. So in this 1 hour session, I'll teach you how to discover your purpose, how do you discover your passion and put it into a business statement, your vision, mission, and why you're doing it. Of course, that is your mission, and create your personal branding in 60 seconds. So this 60 seconds is going back to the self-introduction about the networking event that you're going on. How do you make yourself stand out? How do you get people to listen to you, engage with you, and network with you in this 60 seconds? So this is all for 1 hour, and it's usually worth about 350. And I'm gonna give someone here.
Alright, so if you are interested in this, I think you want to show indication to Zurin by typing in the comment box, say I want. It's easy for her to identify you. So type in the comment box below if you want to have this free consultation, 1 hour free consultation worth 350 ringgit. Just in the comment box say I want, then I think she will PM you privately, then you can communicate and you can get this valuable thing.
And yes, in order for you to get this consultation, please like my Facebook page as well. It speaks so easy. You can source it out later. We'll leave the link there.
You can probably later comment there and ask people to like your page as well.
Yes.
Alright, so if not, then thank you very much for your time, and thank you for you who are watching. I hope that you have a valuable session, and I see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.